Let's go.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back this time with my trusty pundit, Martin, to guide you through to provide your live watch along for Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I have actually got a new gift because we've just gone past 6,200. We're getting closer and close to 6.5K. Obviously on the road to 10. You guys can help us get there. Like, subscribe, and get your comments in. Kickoff is 2:05, so about 18 minutes away. So we'll give you a bit of preview, talk about Villa. We'll talk about the starting lineup. Martin is relishing his to talk about the starting lineup because we might be talking about a correct prediction, Martin. And we'll obviously get your score predictions in. We'll talk a bit about Wolves as well, and potentially talk about this maybe being a bit of a banana skin. Can we make sure we get the job done? And then onto the game, proper commentary, proper analysis, none of that rubbish with Robbie Savage or Andy Hinchcliffe or whoever else, Alan Smith, whoever else is on co-coms. You've got proper commentary coming your way. Good to see you, Martin. How you doing, mate? Good to get you back on the watch along. Yeah,
I've been doing good, fairly busy. Normally over the weekends when it comes to watch-alongs or Thursday nights, but glad I can kind of get this one in. Big derby match, so hopefully we can get 3 points on the board, and hopefully if Arsenal beat Chelsea, we'll be sitting third in the league.
Good. We've got Martin Senior in there. He's good too. Good to see. Ange, good afternoon to you, and got your lucky Rodgers home shirt on. Well, maybe he continues his goal-scoring form in the league today. Steve says, Rich, Villa win today if you can make it happen. Many thanks. 2-0. And Jimmy says, afternoon, Rich, and good afternoon to everyone. So let's get the starting lineup on. I mean, I don't know which one to do, Martin. I mean, let's do your lineup because it's exactly the same as the official lineup, isn't it, mate? So talk us through your thoughts. 11 out of 11. You and Unai must have been on the phone together.
Well, no, look, I don't like to take any credit, but, I did text Unai saying, what's the lineup? He told me. Then I think I put it on. But, no, obviously, I was just kind of thinking to the thought process of it. I feel like the back five is solidified. It's picking itself every week. And the shaky one for me really was between Mal and Watkins and then Tielemans and Onana. And ultimately, I decided with Tielemans on the basis of Onana's only really kind of getting back into fitness, and Tielemans has kind of got a run of games now going, so it only feels right to put Tielemans ahead of Onana for me. And then with Daniel Malen, he's scoring the goals, and if he's scoring the goals, he needs to start. And don't get me wrong, I love Watkins maybe more than anybody else, but when you're not performing, you're not scoring goals as a striker, and that's your first job, unfortunately, you're going to get the drop as someone who is scoring. So for me, I felt like that was going to be the perfect team to put out, and ultimately that's what happened.
Yeah. I think you bang on. The fair situation to look at with the striking position is, yes, it comes a time where you've got to play the forward who's in form, and Daniel Malen at this moment in time is offering everything that Ollie Watkins isn't. Now it might turn around later on in the season. It's a long season, but at the minute, the movement, the threat, the goals, the shooting on sight, the link-up play is all coming from Daniel Malen. Like, if you look at the difference that he made when he came on against Leeds last week, if you look at the movement and the link-up play between him and Rodgers, him and Tielemans, him and Maatsen. I know Maatsen's not starting today, but you look at all of those bits of play, that link-up, it's all coming with Daniel Malen on the pitch. So he has to start, and now it's the opportunity for him to make that position his own for a good while. Continue what he's been doing, shooting on sight, giving us a real threat in behind, holding the ball up, and that's exactly what you need against a team like Wolves. Because I haven't gone through their team yet, but they're definitely gonna sit back and try and hurt us on the break or try and get a set piece. So you need someone who's going to just think, do you know what? I need to just shoot here, because that's how we're going to potentially get goals.
Well, look, that's the difference between a good striker and a great striker at this minute in time, because like Ian Wright said it on the overlap, where a good striker will want to link up play and do all the hard work and get goals here and there, where a great striker will just shoot on sight with any half chances that they get. And that's exactly what Daniel Mallon is doing. He's trying to prove himself that any half chance he gets, any chance he gets on goal, he's going to take it. And that's what you need. You need a bit of greediness, as I like to call it. Like Watkins, for me, he is unselfish, and I do love that about him. But when you're a striker, your first role of anything you do as a striker is to score goals. And for me, he needs to be a bit more greedy in front of goal, like Mallon is doing. Like, be a bit more greedy, have the shot. I don't care if it hits the crossbar, hits the post, goes out for a throw in, goes wide, over the bar. It doesn't matter. Like, take the chance, because if you don't take the chance, you'll never know. So therefore, I just think Daniel Mallon deserves to start. And like you say, with his link up and movement, it's not even just that; it's his cleverness. He's pointing to players where he wants the ball, and I've noticed that against Young Boys on Thursday, where Mallon, when he scored his header, Tielemans got the ball. Tielemans looked at him. He pointed it towards the penalty area, and perfectly delivered for him. Got the header. Now, the keeper probably should have done a bit better, but we take it anyway. It was probably just one of them where it was just too much for the goalkeeper. But that's what you need, though, Rich. You need that bit of cleverness to say, this is where I want it, this is where I'll score the goals. And that's exactly what he's doing the last few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%, mate. Gig says 2-1 Villa win, Marlon and Rodgers. That'll be good. That'll be really good to see. I've gone for a 3-0 Villa win. I've gone for, I think I said Marlon. I think I might have said Marlon, Rodgers and Watkins, if I remember right. I'm trying to think back to last night on the preview. What are you saying for a match score prediction, Matt?
I'm going to go with a big one. I'm going to go with 4-0. I just think Wolves are really down on confidence. We're really high on confidence. Now, I know it's a derby match and that could play a factor into Wolves probably up in their game, but when you look at their midfield, it's very easy to overrun that. And then when you're looking into yourself into a midfield battle, for me, I think is levels above theirs, and I just think it will become too much for them eventually. I expect them to come out in the first 10, 15 minutes to, try and get themselves an early goal, try and solidify some dominance against us. But I just think at Villa Park, the way we're performing, they don't have a great record at Villa Park now in the last while. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for us to get a big, big win. And I feel like it's going to be 4-0. And the goals for me are going to come from, I'm going to go with another Marlon brace. I'm going to go with Emi Buendia. And I'm going to go for a little cheeky one. And I hope this kind of works out. But I'm going to go with a goal from Lucadinha.
Interesting stuff. Montana says 3-0 Villa. Jimmy says, I don't want any late sloppy Wolves goals because we got lucky versus Leeds and Young Boys with 2 goals. Yeah, we just want to make sure we maintain that professionalism. One thing I do like about Daniel Mallon as well is that hunger for goals. Like, if there's a criticism that I've labelled at Ollie Watkins over the course of his time at Aston Villa, when he gets one goal, you can see that sort of weight lift off his shoulders and kind of subconsciously think, oh, that's the goal ticked off. I've kind of done my job, sort of thing. I'm sure he doesn't mean it like that, but subconsciously there's maybe that kind of that relief that comes through when he scores his goal, and he very rarely goes on to score multiple goals in the game. Whereas with Marlon, he's just hungry for goals. He's like, I don't care if I've scored one, I'm going for the second, I'm going for the third, and that's what you need. You need that sort of that selfishness, that ruthlessness to come through. And I dare say we would have got more goals had Unai not made the kind of 4 substitutions on Thursday. So I wouldn't read too much into that. But that's what I really like about Daniel Mallon, that hunger for goals. But just quickly on the midfield position, that's a great problem to have, isn't it? Like Kamara, Tielemans or Onana. And then, maybe even Lamar Bogard as well. And like you said, you went for Tielemans and Kamara in there today. But, as I say, it's just a great situation to be in, to have such good quality at central midfield.
Yeah, it puts you in a great position. It's a great headache to have. But at the same time, I say Unai has managed that really well in terms of trying to keep everybody happy, knowing what games they're going to come on for. Obviously, with Onana and Tielemans having their injuries that they're kind of going through at the minute, has made it, I think, life, I would say, a little bit easier in the sense of, right, you're not exactly up to fitness, maybe not this game, let this fella have it, due to the fact of he's played a bit longer coming back from his injury. So match fitness is always going to play its part. So I feel like it's made Unai's life a little bit easier. But when I say Tielemans, Onana, Kamara, Barkley, you could even say Lamar Bogard, when these players are all fully fit and ready, it will be an absolute headache to have for Unai. But that's what you want. You want a squad. You don't want, just a good starting 11, because that's not really going to get you anywhere in the league. Like you've seen the clubs, the Arsenals, the Man Cities, big squad to be in the top two of the league, and that's where Villa need to be if we have this big squad. So I just think that, for me, I think it's easy for Emery now due to the fitness wise of some players that they're kind of going through at the minute. But when everyone's fit and ready, it's going to be a serious headache to have, and it's always going to be guessing who's going to be playing, or are they all going to play together. So only time will tell. But for now, let's just enjoy the ride. We're 6 wins in the last 7 games in the Premier League, and hopefully now we can make a 7 out of 8.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a quick look at the subs bench. I mean, we talked about the options that Unai's got at his disposal to be able to use to come on and change games, to come on and see out games, to come on and give us a bit more inspiration. And then you look at that, you've got, obviously B's not in goal, but then you've got Lindelof, you've got Maatsen who can come on and provide a bit more progressiveness at left back. You've got Bogard who can come on in multiple positions. You've got Barkley who can come on in further forward or in midfield to help you control it. You've got Onana, we've talked about. You've got Gesson, who's obviously can play down that right hand side, can even play down the left. You've got Sancho, and then you've got Ollie Watkins as well. So he's got multiple options, hasn't he, to bring on in certain situations that are going to provide different solutions, but also can cause different problems for the opposition.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when I look at them options, one thing I'd really like to see today, whether Unai does or not, is actually try and play Evan Gesson up top, because that needs Evan Gesson with mainly a striker as opposed to being a winger. Now I know Unai is more put him on the kind of the right hand side due to the nature of that's where he can play, but his work rate is great there, but he's not offering any real attacking output. Where when I look at his record for Nice, most of his goals came from him being the central player. So maybe if you have that work rate working in between the two centre halves, maybe causing them headaches, he might get his due awards with a better attacking output with creativity and behind him. But he probably won't do that and may play him outright. But personally, I'd like to see Evan Gesson play up top and try and shake things up a little bit, like you say, with the options that we have. And Unai likes players that plays multiple positions. Evan Gesson is one of them. And I feel like this is a perfect game to try that and play Evan Gesson up top at any point of the game if he comes on, but only time will tell.
Yeah. Anne says, I'm going 4-1 today. Jimmy said it'd be well worth giving Gesson a try as the number 9. And let's just quickly talk about Wolves' team. Sam Johnston in goal, Tachua, Agbadu, Mosquera, Gomez, and Mola Wolf across the back. So 5 across the back. Then 3 in midfield of Gomez, Andre, and Bellegarde, and Arias and Strand Larsen. They've got as forward players, but I think it's going to be more like a 5-4-1. Probably Bellegarde out on one in one wide area, Arias out in the other wide area with Gomez and Andre in the midfield with Strand Larsen up front. So certainly going to be a rearguard action for Wolves. I don't think they want to give too much away. Going to be difficult for them, isn't it? And it is that derby factor and I guess the frustration factor that they'll try and utilise with Villa to try and get them a win. I mean, 2 points all season is pretty horrendous viewing for Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, and when you look at a club like Wolves, you would have expected a bit better, but I just feel like when they lost Cunha, they lost Mateo, they lost some really big players in the summer, and they didn't really add any quality to that. And there was talks of them losing Strand Larsen as well. and obviously he signed a new deal. Maybe
Well, they
that's
had to
just
sign him on a big contract, didn't they?
yeah, but that's maybe just due to the fact of trying to protect the value if he leaves next summer. Well, it just feels like they're really low on confidence. There's not a lot going on. The quality just isn't there. And for me, I think where they're losing games is midfield. I do think that. I think defensively they've got good players. Strand Larson, who's good, but midfield for me it's very weak because most of your games in the Premier League are going to be won in the midfield battle. And if your midfield's letting you down, your defence and your goalkeeping situation is not really going to do the best.
Mm. Yeah, well, players are in the tunnel right now, and we're looking to go out.
So I'll get them paused in a bit once the game kicks off.
Yeah, no problem. We'll sort it. Dansham says, thinking Aston Villa 3, Wolves 1. We've got a Villa fan from Thailand. Addison says, come on, Villa. We've got nearly 50 in the chat already, so please hit the like button on your way in if you haven't already. And do please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We got massive boost on subs the other day, which was amazing. So obviously I'll be doing the commentary. Martin will drop in with some punditry, some expert punditry and reaction as well. And we've got the fireworks going off, the jets going off. We've got 300 appearances for John McGinn, Tifo, which is fantastic for him. Looks like a full house. And that's Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff, not bad as well. I think the Sunday 12 o'clock can be a bit not the best, but I think Saturday 2 o'clock, I think we're pretty good. Last week at Leeds, it took a bit of time to get warmed up into that game, but second half, I think we were all on it. So yeah, ready for this game, Martin. Should be a big one. Hoping for a big win. We can go third as well if we win this today, and if Arsenal win. So yeah, I mean, we could be talking about more than Champions League if we continue this run, mate.
Yeah, you could be looking at a potential title race, but I kind of want to get ahead of myself either, Rich, because you're are Brighton and Arsenal, so you really want to be cautious because if I kind of get ahead of myself and then brought back down to earth, I'll know more probably after the Arsenal game because those are our next 2 games being Brighton and Arsenal, and then we just have to kind of see where we are from there. But for me right now, the main focus is playing against Wolves, having a bit of bragging rights in derby.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Just a reminder of the starting lineup. We've got Emi Martinez in goal, Cash, Concept, Pau, and Digne across the back. Then we've got Yuri Tillemans and Boubacar Kamara in midfield, with McGinn, Buendia, and Rodgers just behind Daniel Marlin up front. On the bench, we've got Bizot, Lindelof, Maatsen, Bogard, Barkley, Onana, Gesson, Watkins, and Sancho. So big, good, strong team out for Villa. They should be absolutely buzzing, fresh, and raring to go for this game. 6-0 Villa, says LG. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Villa. Get in. Johnston obviously returning to Aston Villa, where he was on loan, wasn't he, for a couple of seasons with us? Was it 2 seasons Sam Johnston was on loan?
Or 1 season? When we were in the Championship, he was on loan.
Yes, on loan when we finished 4th, but I can't remember if it was the season before as well. I can't remember if it was 2 seasons or 1.
I think he might.
Someone in the comments will be able to tell us.
I think it might have been 2 seasons, but to be honest, he's down there with Wolves and we're way up here, so just mind the gap a little.
So yeah, Strand Larson up top for Wolves. They've gone with Johnson, Mosquera, Agbadu, Totti. Then they've got it as a 3-4-3. So Tachua, João Gomez, Andre, Moller, Wolf, Arias, Bellegarde behind Strand Larson. And Addison is going 2-0 to Villa. We've got to give someone a thrashing this season, and Wolves look like the victim, says LG. I will get the scoreboard up in a second and the timer, so please, no spoilers in the chat if you can. Martin is slightly ahead of me, so he's going to pause his screen when we kick off. When he kicks off on his side, I think he's about 20 seconds ahead, so not too much.
I'm on the 14-second mark. When you get to there, you just let me know.
Yeah, sure. What, when I get to 14 seconds?
Yeah, 14 seconds where I paused it because I was waiting on the timer just to kind of come up on the left-hand side.
Right. So I've got Buendia just in focus. Tachua, not really heard much about him. He's the fastest player in the Premier League this season, apparently.
Yeah.
And we've kicked off. And it's 14 seconds now.
Here we go. So now.
So free kick to Villa, it looks like.
Are you?
Sorry?
Are you looking at Rob Edwards right now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cash looks long ball, looks to find Morgan Rogers, but Daniel Marlon picks up the second ball, strike on sight straight away, and he wins a corner for Aston Villa. And I just said that's exactly what we need. We need players who are going to shoot on sight in this game because Wolves are going to try and defend and frustrate us. So a sign of intent for Villa. Villa are on Sky Sports Premier League, Addison. Yeah, no spoilers, Nash. So Dina about to take the free kick. Bit of light rain at Villa now. So we got Marlon, Konsa and Kamara all bunched together. Dina looking to see where he's going to target. Goes in low, drives it in low, but he doesn't quite fall for Cash. Tielemans picks it up and he's fouled on the edge of the box. Blatant foul by Gomez there.
Excellent. Very clever from Tielemans. Just looking for the foul and obviously drew it, and thankfully the referee blew the whistle.
We've got Nash from Nashville, and he's 30 seconds ahead of us as well in Nashville. So that shows you.
30 seconds ahead of us in Nashville, but yeah, about 7 hours behind us in the time clock. How does that work out?
Yeah, maybe. So Dina again. He's actually got a pretty decent angle to take a shot here.
It'd be testing one. Hopefully someone can just latch onto a rebound if he makes a goalkeeper target.
Yeah. Buendia's just blocking the keeper. He'll probably just drop back into position in a second. Loads of players in the box. Floats it in. And it's hit the bar. Torres pulls it back. And it's a goal kick.
Unlucky.
I'm not sure who that bounced off. It wasn't Torres because Torres got the rebound.
Yeah,
Dina floats it in. I think it might have come off the defender.
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Marlon was challenging.
It's Kamara.
No, I think it might have been the defender, behind Marlon. Wolf, yeah.
Wolf.
So flicked on by Wolves, but picked up by Kamara. Konsa, who goes out wide to Cash. Cash just checks back. He's got time and space. Looks for his pass, but he decides to go back to Konsa. Konsa decides against playing to Martinez and drops it into Kamara now. Kamara just striding with the ball, goes out wide to Luka Dean. Wolves not putting too much pressure on Villa. Tielemans now and plays it back to Torres. So Wolves just drop him back. Villa. Yeah, dominant start, yeah. Konsa into McGinn. Wolves standing off McGinn. They don't want to get too tight. Tielemans tries to flick it through to Buendia, but the ref got in his way a little bit there, and McGinn brings Bellegarde down. And a free kick to Wolves.
I mean, the ref really just stood very central, didn't even try to move out of Buendia's way.
Yeah, he flicked off the midfielder into Buendia's path, like slightly into Buendia's path, but then he couldn't get around the ref. Wolves now, Totti plays into Bellegarde. He's quite a dangerous player if he gets going. Out wide to Agbadou, I think that is. Players passes with Arias. So Wolves just bit of possession just inside their own half, not really doing anything with it yet. And then McGinn pounces on a loose pass from Wolf and he pulls him back. And that's typical John McGinn there, showing what he's made of. Yeah, it's a decent first 5 minutes for Villa, Martin.
Yeah, absolutely. We've dominated in possession. We're trying to draw the fouls, which is good, and hopefully we can kind of keep it up. Hopefully get another early chance in there, try and get it to Malin, like you say, just get a shot off sight.
Yeah. You can see Wolves not trying to commit too much because they don't want to come out of their spaces so that Villa can exploit. So we might need, like a ricochet or a player just to do something out of the ordinary, because Wolves aren't going to commit anything right now. It's just Villa just passing it across the back, so no one's missing anything at all at the minute. Cash does look for the long pass, but decides to go into McGinn, who turns away. But is he fouled?
Clever.
Yes, fouled
Very
by
clever.
Bellegarde. I actually thought that was a decent tackle, but
yeah, very clever. Just let the ball roll and just tackle from behind. Always going to be a foul for me.
Yeah. Kamara back to Konsa, across to Torres. Torres looks for a ball into Marlon now. Lovely little layoff to Buendia, who can't quite bring it into his stride and fouls.
Yeah. One of them just really couldn't time the run. Buendia. Very clever from Marlon, and just unfortunately just couldn't time the run to control the ball.
But you can see them two trying to link up. So as soon as that ball goes from Torres into this forward player, he's got runners off him, which is good. Ball down the line, Strand Larsen trying to hold it up, and McGinn just pushes it out of play, just inside the Villa and just inside the Wolves half. Unai Emery, 54% win ratio as Villa manager.
Incredible.
Focusing on Ollie Watkins there.
This long of a tenure, have we?
Not for this long. Morgan Rogers now striding through, plays it into Marlon, who holds it up.
Ref. What?
My screen's just bloody.
I thought that was a foul there.
No, I'm ahead. I'm on 720. I'm on 720 now.
How are you?
But yeah, 728. Yuri Tillemans flicks it over to Buendia. Buendia trying to hold it, fight him off. I feel like we're going to have to get Buendia into a few more spaces here because he's having to fight for a few.
46 now.
Okay, he's having to fight for a few passes, isn't he, Buendia, at the minute?
Yeah, just not sitting right from at the minute, but hopefully as the game goes on, it will sit from eventually. Here we go. There.
Ball in the box. Oh. Ooh. Just cleared by, is that Agbadou?
Yeah. See, there it is. Emi Buendia just getting the control, laying it off Adina. Great ball in. Great position.
Yeah, exactly.
Marlon was there.
That's where we need Buendia to pick the ball up. Marlon now drops it back to Torres with a bit of space to look up, goes into Buendia in that little bit of space, drops it off to Tielemans to Kamara. McGinn asking for it, goes out wide to Cash now. Cash just cuts in, flicks it in with his left foot. Just cleared by Agbadou, headed back by Arias, and Wolves trying to clear it. Arias does well there into Andre. Andre gets the foul, draws the foul from Tielemans. And Wolves can bring it clear. They try and pass it out now. Almost gave it away to Rogers.
I do appreciate it from Wolves. They're trying to play from out the back, trying something different. They're not just hitting and hoping as they're being under pressure. So it's working for them so far, but hopefully the confidence will be knocked down if we can just get a goal into this match.
Yeah. Long ball from the keeper, headed away by Rogers, picked up by Wolf into Strand Larsen. Trades passes. Now Wolf coming down that left-hand side. Tries to cut inside. Held it up well. Crosses and just a bit of pinball in the box. But Villa managed to clear it. And Cash now can play it clear. McGinn now fighting for it. Pushes Gomez back to the halfway line. But Wolves do keep possession. Rogers now trying to put pressure on. But Wolves do well to clear it. Andre now. Bit of time. Goes to Gomez. These two in midfield are pretty good on the ball, to be fair.
Yeah, they are very good, connecting really well. looking to play in between the lines every time. Just no option forward for them, really. So they're kind of restricting themselves.
Now Buendia's got a bit of space. He does get a bit of a clip by the defender. And now Wolves trying to break. Bellegarde now gets the ball on the byline. Does hold it up. Forced back by Torres a little bit. Arias to Andre. Back to Arias again. Buendia putting him under pressure does well. Wolves having to go back. But Wolves having a bit of possession now.
Yeah, like I said, Rich, I was expecting in the first 10, 15 minutes for Wolves to enjoy a little bit of a possession spell. And if they can kind of get their goal, they probably would put us on the back foot a bit. But as it seems, though, even though they're enjoying so much possession, they're not really creating any clear-cut chances.
No, not yet. Wolves still just passing the ball around on the halfway line, but coming forward now. Gomez, good pressing by Villa, just stopping them from getting through, and they've got to try and go out the other side now. Here's Totti. Just standing on the ball, goes back to Agbadou. Agbadou out to Mosquera, I think it is. Now to Totti. The defenders are big lads, aren't they? Now it's Bellegarde with a bit of space. He's driving forward now. No one really getting near him. Goes out to Wolf. Cash now. Tries to block the cross. Doesn't, but headed away by Tielemans. McGinn now bundles through. Loses it out, though. Loses out. Andre coming forward. Goes back out to Wolf again. This is a good bit of pressure from Wolves. Again, they're not getting through, but they're still keeping the ball alive. Villa can't get hold of it. Totti now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you're saying, mate. They're getting possession, but they're just not getting through. Buendia wins it back.
Yeah.
Oh, the ref did give a free kick. I didn't think that was a free kick at all. That was soft. That was soft.
Maybe, but not enough to make him go down. Should have been stronger there. He's a big lad. Look at the height to him between him and Buendia.
Yeah. Referee's just having a word with him. I think he wanted a yellow card. Just need to pick that intensity back up, as Rich says there. Just dropped off a little bit. It's just a couple of times we've given the ball away when we've looked to get the ball out. And it is... No, I'm not going to say it right now. It's only 12, 13 minutes in. Cross comes in. Totti heads it on. Konsa clears. Tries to get the free kick, but the referee doesn't give anything. Now Villa can break. Kamara striding through. Good tackle from Strand Larsen, though. Keeps the ball alive for Wolves. Can't get out at the minute. Wolf back to Arias. Wolves looking like playing with a bit of swagger at the minute. Gomez to Andre. They're going to just control possession. They're not going to look to go forward too quickly. They're going to just look to frustrate Villa, force us to come out, and then try and pick on the mistakes. Andre now. Back to Mosquera. Back to Agbadou. Agbadou back to Johnston. So now Villa hopefully can get a bit of shape back. Kamara putting pressure on Andre, but he does well to go back to Agbadou. Agbadou, long ball through, but no one running through, and it goes through to Martinez. Now Villa need to get hold of the ball a bit. Do hit the like button, people. Getting close to 100 in the chat. I'm not sure how many likes we've got, but can we get to 50 likes? That's the first stage. Torres now. Into Buendia, who's got a bit of space to turn. Drops it back off to Luca Dean. Just need to keep possession for a bit here, Villa. Tielemans drops it off to Konsa. Konsa finds Torres now in a bit of space. Torres into Tielemans now through the middle. Doesn't see the run there. Tried to go through, but neither Rodgers or Marlon had made that run. But Villa still keeping the pressure on. Goes back to Johnson. Marlon pressing, but Johnson does well to clear, and it goes straight to Bellegarde, and it's a free kick to Wolves.
Again,
frustrating for Villa. And Wolves are going to really enjoy this because they're frustrating.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
sure.
derby game,
I'm not
Rich,
sure
you
when
kind
they
of expect
started.
someone.
Go on. Sorry, go on. Wolves
I was just going
through.
to say,
Wolves through.
here we go.
Cross
Wolves are
comes in. Strand Larson. And he scored. Right in the top corner. Easy goal there for Wolves. Oh, someone was offside.
Oh, offside.
Someone was offside. Now, I need to see that again because it literally just flicked. It flicked from the free kick. It flicked from showing Buendia to a quick free kick. And they somehow just got through down their right-hand side. And all of a sudden, he just had an easy cross to put in.
Here we go.
Is he offside there? I don't think he is. I don't think he's offside. I'd like to
tight.
see. Or actually, is it the number 10?
It's the number 10
Is
in
it
his way.
Arias? Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I think that might be what it is.
Yeah, he's complete, even though he's ducked, but he's standing as the shot was taken. Here we go. Look. Yes.
Yeah.
But
we have to wake up here. We have to wake up here. Like, as I've said, you could see Wolves' confidence growing into the game and them just standing on the ball, not really committing too much, and Villa just giving the ball away. And I was just about to say, Mark, before that chance there, I was just about to say that I don't know if this is the game for Emi Buendia.
No, probably not, due to the physicality and trying to frustrate players. But you never know. It's still early days. Hopefully, he can
Of course. I'm just looking at, because what I wanted him to do was just pass it into a Villa player, just a few passes, because it just to build that confidence up and not try. I don't think we need to try and be spectacular. I think we just need to be professional. Now Tielemans coming through, but Andre does really well to get back to him. But he gives the ball away, and Torres goes back into Martinez. And as I said, I don't know, man. I would have started Onana in this game for the midfield strength and midfield battle, but that's just me. Tielemans giving it away again. Rias now, but he does well to win it back. Buendia battling. Torres trying to run through, manages to keep hold of the ball. Still got the ball. But Bellegarde comes away with it. It's turned into a bit of a battle here. Villa need to step it up because they're just not winning the tackles enough. Now Rodgers coming through, plays to McGinn now. McGinn got a bit of space. Wolf getting back to him now. Cash with a shot. Oh, he couldn't get the power on it, and Johnson falls on it.
Better pressing.
This is what I'm saying. You haven't got to be all fancy and trying all this intricate passing. You've just got to win the battle. It's exactly the same as against Leeds. These teams at the bottom of the league are not going to read passes and quick 1-2s. They are going to be all about putting pressure in, winning second balls, and fighting for the ball. That's it. Don't worry about trying to be all these fancy tricks. It's not about that today. It's about winning the game, winning the battle.
Yes, absolutely agree with you. You know, the teams always in the bottom will look to drop deep, try and frustrate the teams up there and not really give too much away. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Hopefully Villa can just be a little bit clever. Oh, here we go. Great
ball from McGinn. Rodgers misses the ball. Oh, no way.
He's claiming a push in the back here.
There was a push in the box, but I don't think so. McGinn keeps it alive. Now it's Villa's turn to have a bit of pressure. Tielemans in the centre has the shot. Oh, I thought that was it.
Oh. I thought that was one of them, just a knuckle ball you think it hits the keeper's hand.
Tielemans with a shot from 30 yards. It's dipping, and
dipping.
Johnson doesn't want to take any risks and just palms it out for a corner. Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, you've seen them being given before, but at the same time, enough in it. That was dipping, yeah. Sam Johnson was not taking any chances with that.
Corner to Villa. What's going on here? Referees doesn't like something in the box. It's pushing going on. He's saying to retake it. Mascara pleading his innocence.
Getting a 6-pack out anyway.
Yeah. I'm not sure what we've got cooked up here, but we need a good delivery. Whatever happens, we need a good delivery. In from Digne to the front post, but Tielemans there with the header, and it's comfortably over. Wins the first header, but not on target.
A bit better for Villa. Starting to press into their midfield. Wolves starting to kind of lose it in really dangerous areas. So hopefully now Villa can just keep pouncing on that.
Yes, that's what we keep saying, mate. We've just got to make sure that we're a bit more intense to the ball and just winning those first and second balls, because the more pressure we can put on them, the weaker that they're going to be, and the more confident that we're going to be. We don't have to be too fancy. We don't have to be too intricate. We just have to win the fight. Good win from Buendia there. That's what you want. Now he's pouncing on it. Can't quite take it up the line, but it goes out for a throw into Villa. Unai Emery took one there for the team. Quick throw into Rodgers. Doesn't hold it onto it though, and now Agbadou can bring it clear.
I think the foul the other way, the ref.
Yeah, I think Rodgers just held him back a little bit. Just getting to the midway point of the first half. I'd like to see us get Marlon in the game a little bit more.
Well, look, that's the difference really when you're a striker. Like sometimes you're just not really going to be in the game too much, and the only way to get yourself in the game is try and do a little bit of work, but hopefully he can grow into it.
Wolf now, bit of space. Drops it down for Bellegarde, who's looked busy this half. Crosses in, but Konsa does well. McGinn holds it off, drops it back into Konsa, who plays to Kamara. Kamara now passes to Tielemans. Villa bringing it out really nice. Now Buendia's got the time and space. He's got Rodgers out left. He's got Marlon out right. Still driving through the middle. Just releases it a little bit too late, but it drops to Morgan Rodgers. Now Buendia again. Back to Rodgers. Cuts inside. Takes a long shot, and it's just wide, clearly wide.
That's what we need. Wolves just committed there, just a little bit too much. Tielemans getting the ball off to Buendia. Buendia just couldn't get that final pass off of Rodgers to put him into a great position, but he still got the shot off in the end, but just comfortably wide for the goalkeeper.
Rob Edwards there, giving his instructions. Bellegarde's looked quite sharp for them, and I think that Wolf, they've tried to get him on the ball quite a bit. They're obviously targeting the Villa right-hand side more so than Villa's left-hand side, which is a bit of a surprise, really.
Yeah, normally you see Matty Cash being quite comfortable coming up against the opposition, but then again, even though he's trying to target, say, go to the right-hand side, they're not really creating that much on the right-hand side either, Rich.
No. It's just they seem to have tried to get Wolf to put the balls in from that side, haven't they? And he hasn't really done anything with them right now. McGinn now to Kamara. Villa picking up the ball well again now. They've seemed to have woken up. Tielemans drops it back to Kamara. Kamara out to Torres. Goes into Buendia now. Buendia's got that little bit of space there that he likes. But just plays back to Digne. Go into Torres. Torres now to Kamara just on the halfway line. Faced up by Bellegarde, but drops it back to Konsa, who finds Torres in space. Torres now out to Luka Dean's got loads of time and space. Plays it into Rodgers just slightly behind him, but Rodgers does well to drop it back to Tielemans. Tielemans out to Cash. Not a good pass. Cash just manages to keep it in. Kamara into Tielemans. Villa keeping the ball well, but Wolves back in and organised. So they need to do something to try and get through this Wolves defence. They've got everyone behind the ball. Torres to Kamara, out to Cash now. Cash drops it into John McGinn. McGinn tries to hold it up. He does. The defender comes off worse now. What's he given there? Head injury.
A head injury as you're on.
What?
Referee, that's a bit.
You can't do that.
You're on the attack.
It's his own fault.
And to be honest with you, I don't even think it was a head injury. I think
he hasn't got a head injury.
Here we go.
Oh, he did. He smashed his head on the turf. That's what McGinn's backside does to you.
Yeah. Oh. Like Calvin Bassey said, he's too strong. He's too strong.
I don't know. It's one of them, innit? Has he got concussion off a blow from John McGinn's backside?
That's a bit sus now, Rich.
Yeah, he did bang his head.
He did bang his head to the ground for anyone who's not watching.
I think my
time you're through on goal nearly.
Yeah, I think I've just dropped back 10 seconds. I'm 25-20 at the minute.
I'm on 25-31. Hang on. Okay, pause there. I'm on 25-24. Let me know.
3, 2, 1, go.
Done.
So what have you made to the start? What have you made for the start so far? Now we've got a bit of a break in play.
Well, look, I think Wolves have absolutely tried to frustrate us, not trying to have too much space in behind them, trying to be conservative with all their passing when they're kind of getting into them dangerous areas and not really creating too much, maybe just down to the lack of their quality up top. But in saying that, as the game's kind of got on, Villa's grown into that battle a bit more, starting to press them into midfield. Wolves starting to become uncomfortable in possession, and Villa really just grown, and they're the ones who right now look like scoring the first goal.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get it soon. It's going to be a drop ball back to Villa possession. McGinn now, still in the attacking area, puts the cross into the back post. Oh, Buendia can't quite bring it under his control, and it's out for a goal kick. Anyone in the comments?
Tries to take it down, doesn't he?
Yeah. Weston says, well, I'm shocked Wolves have turned up against Villa. And Monchano says, Villa need wingers and a striker ASAP. And Bongo's in the chat. We should have signed Grealish. Do you know what? Watching him in the first half. Yeah, watching him in the first half last night, I was like, we should have signed Grealish. But, yeah, it didn't work out.
Look, if it happens next season, if it happens next season, you're welcome it with open arms. But it's another question is whether does Emery want them or not.
Wolf now trying to battle with Cash. Cash does well to keep it in play, clears it, and McGinn now picks it up, trying to drive forward with it. Bellegarde tries to foul McGinn, but now Ben Buendia's got it driving forward. He's driving through the middle, plays a lovely. He tries to draw the player in to flick it out to Rodgers, but just didn't put enough on that pass. That's two positions where Buendia's had the opportunity to play players in, and he's giving it away. Next time, he's got to get that one right.
Yeah, has to get that one right next time for me. Either the players have to position themselves better, or Buendia go a bit forward and try to get a shot off yourself. The Wolves' defence is dropping back every time Buendia is getting himself into that position. Well,
that's it. You know, the three at the back. That's when you're in the perfect situation. You're running at them. They've got to draw one man through to you. Then it's virtually 2-on-2. So you've got to time your passes in the right manner, and players will be through. I'd have probably looked for Daniel Marlon at that point, if I'm honest.
Absolutely, yeah. He looked like the more obvious pass, but Rodgers clearly thought so as well, because Rodgers wasn't really making any attempt to kind of get forward himself.
Yeah. Consa now on the ball on the halfway line, goes to Torres. Every Wolves player back inside their own half. Torres bringing it forward. Looks for Dina over the top. It's just cleared by the defender, but Buendia picks it up, plays it into Dina, but he loses out. Now Wolves trying to bring it forward. It's exploiting the gaps, and they've played it out of play, and it's a throw into Villa. Dina and Buendia just need to get that link up right. Buendia, nice little ball into Marlon. Holds it up and gets the free kick. I think it was Buendia who got the free kick. I think it was a late challenge. They're definitely putting it on us. So I can't blame them for that.
No, you can't blame them for that, Rich. It is a derby game at the same time. It doesn't matter how poor they are or how good we are. Derby games team will always turn up for any sort of bragging rights. Dean is setting it up now at the moment. Being cheeky with adding an extra few yards.
Yeah, making sure the Wolves back 10 yards. Goes down the line to McGinn just inside the box. McGinn with a lovely little turn. Keeps hold of the ball. Turns past Gomez. Drops it. Tried to look for Buendia or Cash at the edge of the box, but Wolves had just read it. And now they're looking to break, but Cash picks it up and goes all the way back to Emi Martinez.
Yeah. Solid. Absolutely. Correct decision there.
Martinez now for Kamara.
Need a goal, I think, Rich, because even though the longer this game kind of goes on, Wolves feel like they might snatch themselves a win, and for the fan base as well, we really need to kind of get behind these lads to get a goal just before halftime.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the crowd's doing.
Yeah,
we've got to get the crowd up for this, because it's Wolves are just going to frustrate. Ball out to Digne into Rodgers, who's just got into position. Poor first touch though from Rodgers, doesn't take it into his stride, but he drops it back to Torres, gets it back again. Goes across to Yuri Tillemans now. Tillemans out to Cash. Cash now drives forward with the ball, drops it off to John McGinn. McGinn to Kamara. Again, Wolves drop everyone back in this defensive third. Now they're trying to push forward a little bit. Torres now out to Digne. Digne goes inside to Rodgers, but it's a tough one to control. Villa pick it back up again. It's where we miss a big centre. We miss a big centre forward in these type of moments. Rodgers though holds off Mosquera, who just drags him down. It's got to be a yellow card.
Yeah, repeated fouls. He's not reaching for the card.
No, he hasn't reached for a card yet. I thought that was a clear yellow. Rodgers beat him, and he just pulls him back and then tangles his feet as well.
Yeah, but I think the ref has played it clever. He knows it's a physical game. He knows it's a derby game. So I think pulling out all cards wouldn't be the right thing to do, because he might lose control of the game. So probably just playing it clever at this minute, and I don't blame him.
We're doing good, James. We want to see a goal though, mate. Definitely want to see a goal. Tillemans here with a free kick in a dangerous position. Chips it in, and Marlon with a back heel. Bounces down, but Wolves managed to clear it. Digne now goes back to Martinez. Wolves just get him their shape back. Martinez goes long, looking for Buendia, but he head down from Wolves, picked up by Tillemans now. Tillemans goes outside to Buendia, drops it back to Tillemans again. Villa just need to sharpen up their movement a little bit. Poor pass from Digne, but Torres picks it up. Across to Konsa. Konsa to McGinn. McGinn out to Cash now on the right-hand side. Cash comes inside. Goes back to Konsa. Konsa to Kamara now. Kamara just looking for the pass. Drives forward. Drops it into Tillemans, who holds off Strand Larsen. Torres into Buendia with a bit of space. Jinx past Arias on the edge of the box. Tries to play 1-2 with Rodgers. Rodgers though is trying to fight for the ball, but Wolves managed to get hold of it and clear it. It's a bit too intricate here for Villa. Just need to take shots from the edge of the box. Buendia now again. Is he brought down? Looking for the foul. Ref doesn't give it. Tillemans again. Need to take shots. Rodgers down the left-hand side. Marlon getting manhandled in the box, and Rodgers settles for the corner. I thought Marlon there, if you look in the box there, Marlon was getting pulled back.
There we go. Oh, no, this is something else altogether. But Buendia was looking for the foul, whether that was inside or outside the box. Ref wasn't. Here we go. Is this inside or outside?
It was the original challenge was outside, but he.
Yeah. I think he was looking for it.
Yeah.
You do chance your arm.
Digne plays it short to Tillemans. Tillemans goes across to McGinn, but it's red again. But Konsa picks it up and drops it back to Cash. Cash to Kamara, who's brought down by Gomez. I tell you what, they're reading the free kick. They're reading the corners well.
Yeah, they are getting out early enough as well whenever them free kicks are going. So they're clearly anticipating anything that's coming from Villa's way.
Catch to Marlon. Kamara on the edge of the box, drops it to Tillemans. Tillemans flicks it over. Marlon brings it down.
Just didn't go down
and is that a free kick? I think it is.
Yeah, it's a free kick. I don't think there was too much in that, to be honest.
Still trying to be a bit too intricate for my liking.
Yeah. Just trying to be clever, trying to make these little silky passes. But when teams dropping deep, you really can't afford to be doing that. Just try and get a few shots from outside the box. Try and get a goal from somewhere. We just have to really try and take our chances.
Buendia with a great winner into Marlon, but you can't really do anything with that.
I'm noticing it's the final area that's really killing us today, Rich.
Sorry?
It's the final area that's just really killing us today.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because, Marlon obviously is going to do better with space in behind, and Wolves aren't going to give you that space in behind. So it's a tricky one for him. I'd like to see him. It's the way that Unai Emery likes his strikers to play. He wants his strikers to play in that area, sort of not going too wide and trying to give the space to the number 10s behind him. So he's not going to be involved as much. So it's a tricky one for Marlon. And Wolves have got physical centre-backs. But I think as the space opens up in the second half, he should start to get more joy. Villa putting pressure on Wolves here. Johnson's forced to go long. And I don't know what Emi Buendia was doing there, but it's a throw into Wolves.
There's Daniel Marlon. Fewest touches this game alongside Emi Martinez.
Yeah, I'm not sure that really means anything, if I'm honest, because
when you're striking a goalkeeper,
it's always going to be that. Yeah, it's always going to be like that. Bellegarde fighting for it. He's definitely the busier one for Wolves. He's always been a problem for Villa. I don't know why he seems to raise his game against Villa, because every time I watch him play, generally he's anonymous. Great tackle from Kamara. Now McGinn driving forward, drops it back in for Tillemans. Tillemans, can he see the run of Buendia out wide? He does, but Buendia just manages to keep it in play and does really well to drop it back to Luca Dean, who plays it to Tillemans. Tillemans strikes, and it's straight into the arms of Johnston. Tried the same sort of power shot. Ball back to Totti. Yeah, Wolves aren't really committing too many forward.
No, I think they're looking for the point today, or even trying to snatch a late win.
They're definitely trying to snatch it. Just give me 1 second.
Andre now control the ball. Now into Totti here. He's just carrying the ball forward. Still with Totti. Now into Gomez. Gomez back to Totti. Totti to Andre. Andre to Gomez. Nice little intricate play there. Totti. Boom. Back. Straight across now. Wolves have a bit more space over the right-hand side. Wolves still enjoying their spell of possession. Back to Sam Johnson now. Oh no, back to the other centre half. Back into Totti. Villa not really committing into their other centre halves. Good to see, in my opinion, because you don't want to exploit any space behind. Long ball now. Matty Cash wins the header comfortably enough. McGinn has the ball, just loses it there, unfortunately, over throw in. Wolves take the throw quickly. Gomez now control the ball. Back to Totti. Now Wolves up to the other side. You're on mute, Rich.
Didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Wolf crosses it in. See, he's definitely the one to be crossing them in, isn't he? I haven't done any crosses from that right-hand side.
Yeah.
Bellegarde now hearts the shot, and it's miles over. Dina clips it up the line, looking for looking for Marlon, but he can't get ahead of the defender. Torres now goes long, looking for Marlon, but it's just picked up by Agbadou. Gomez now go out wide to Wolf. I'm not quite sure what Villa need to do. I don't think he'll make any subs at half time, but I don't think he'll leave it long into the second half. Do you, Mark?
I think he might make a change. I think, in my opinion, he might take Buendia off, put Amadou Onana on, let Tielemans go further forward. Maybe that's what I can see Emery doing.
See, this is the thing, right? You need a Marlon to come on.
Yeah, you need a Marlon to come on, but he's already on.
Yeah, Wolves just got the ball on the halfway line here. Nothing going on as such. Trying to play through the middle now. Bellegarde picking it up, but McGinn putting pressure on. They do well. They're good in possession, Wolves. Chipped over the top now, looking for Tachua. Can he keeps the ball in just? Crosses in with his right foot, but McGinn manages to get back in and head it away. Totti picks it up now to Gomez. Gomez looking for Strand Larsen, but it's gone harmlessly out for a goal kick.
Enjoy a spell of possession here, Wolves. It seems to be a game where we're enjoying a spell of possession, and so are they, but two teams not really creating too many clear-cut chances.
Yeah, we're just a bit sluggish. Cash goes back to Martinez. We're used to this, though, aren't we? This type of game.
Yeah.
Cash now plays to McGinn, gets it back, goes back to Consta. Someone says commentary on Sky is an absolute disgrace. Oh, yeah, they're probably just saying that Villa don't deserve to be in the top four or something like that again. Not a big club.
Well, yeah. I'm watching it here on Sky, obviously, and I did the volume down, so I can't really hear what they're saying, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. McGinn there looking for the foul off Gomez, but it's not given. Gomez drives across the halfway and gives it to Bellegarde, who's got the ball now. Villa managed to get all the players back in. See, this shows you Wolves had a really good opportunity there to break, but they decided just to keep possession. So they're not hungry for the goal right now.
No, because I think if they score too early, they'll probably feel like they'll have to hold it early on, and then they'll concede, almost a bit like Leeds United when they went up 1-0 early in the game, and maybe they're trying to try and latch a late winner, just frustrate Villa here, but time will tell.
Yeah. Marlon now gets it off Torres, which can't quite take it in his stride on the turn, so looks for Tielemans. Now Kamara with a nice bit of skill, but he's crowded out of it again in midfield. Now Arias is bringing it forward. Gets to the edge of the box. Villa trying to crowd him out. He forces him back. Tielemans forces him back. Looks for Bellegarde, who goes out wide. Now Andre. It's Wolves who are ending this half the stronger team.
Yeah, it's very sluggish from Villa at the moment. Really need to up our game. It's a derby game. It's a chance to go third in the league, and they're not taking it at this minute.
Andre into Gomez, back to Andre. Arias out to Tachua. Yeah, playing the ball around nicely here, Wolves. Villa not got that intensity. Cross comes in and a great save. Great save from Emi Martinez. Strand Larsen getting in front of Ezri Konza. Just let him get across him. And it's sluggish from Villa here. Really, really, really sloppy. Good save from Martinez.
Comfortable save, a save he should be making.
Yeah, we definitely need some. I don't know if he'll make any. I'm not sure if he'll do the changes at half time, but I can understand people talk about Maatsen, maybe Sancho, Onana as well. Oh, 4 fouls in the box. Oh, another header. Has that ball gone over the line? It's still alive. Oh, yeah. Villa managed to clear it. Wow, so much was going on in the box there. And Marlon brings it clear, and it's a free kick. And is that going to be a yellow card, finally, for Mosquera?
Don't think so. Don't think he's getting out of the book. I think he has it.
Yeah, he's got the yellow card.
It's a great save. Here we go.
Someone was brought down in the box, and the free header from Mosquera. Ball hit the bar, dropped down, hit the post, and somehow doesn't go in. But this is another warning shot for Villa. Oh, great save. Yeah, you were right, Martin. And another save. Wow. Yeah.
Figured he got the touch onto the crossbar. It just looked like the ball changed direction.
That was Andre that fouled, not Mosquera. But I think it might be Mosquera that got a yellow card. But look, we can't keep getting these warnings. Cash now on the right-hand side. Decides not to go in. Not to go on the outside. Goes to McGinn. Now Rodgers flicks it in the box, and it goes all the way across, and no one gets a touch on it. That could have been
half time now.
A great end to the half, but it's half time now. Aston Villa 0. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0.
He's back in a second. Rich, just have to go.
Yeah, of course. Drop. What are your thoughts on that half? Very, very poor from Villa. Good, decent start for the first sort of 10 minutes, and then Wolves gradually built their confidence up, and then just not done anything since then. There's been some really poor performances, and Wolves have got in amongst us and just not let us play. I think Tielemans has looked a bit sloppy in midfield. Kamara's looked a bit sloppy. We wanted a bit too much time. Buendia, as I said right from the start, he wasn't really physically. He was losing out in the battles, and then the two occasions where he could play it through in space, he's fluffed his lines and not got the right pass. Rodgers has been a little bit anonymous. Marlon, we haven't been able to get him into the game. Just need to win that midfield battle and just make it like we did against Leeds. Don't be too intricate and make it a fight, make it a battle. Let's just see what we've got in the comments. Wolves popping it around like prime 1982 Brazil. Unbelievable. Martinez, amazing, says Leroy. Adam says it's a young boy's last 30-minute performance. Yeah, Jimmy's not thinks we're going to mess this one up. Sabrina, Villa always play again crap against the teams that are desperate for points. We need Watkins on, says Bongo. Leroy says wake up Villa and please. And someone for Buendia, I think. Mark's in the chat. Afternoon, guys, a bit late to the party. That was awful. Weston says starting Marlon doesn't ever work as much. Better Ollie starting them, running them ragged and bringing Marlon on. XG is 0. Watkins on at half time, says Brock. We need to stretch this defense. Who is making the runs? Onana for Buendia. Rachel says a few tweaks are needed. It's the midfield that needs changing. Watkins will come on eventually, says Philly Barbers. We just thought we could turn up. We thought we could just turn up, can see us making changes at half time. Jimmy said he could see this performance coming. And only thing worse than our performance is the refs, says Rich. Think we need Sancho on, says Ange. Buendia not physical enough in the Premier League. He's been brilliant. His form's been brilliant, but I think last week he struggled to get into the game a little bit. Today he's got into the game. He's gone to a couple of good positions, but he just needs to sort his passing out a little bit. Watkins for Buendia. Yeah, maybe that's a shout, Mark. Maybe playing Marlon and Watkins up top together.
Yeah, that could be a decent shout as well. I mean, this crack of Buendia not being physical enough for the Premier League, I don't buy it. I think he is quite capable of playing the Premier League. I do think he's quite physical. Maybe this is just a game that's not suiting him at this moment. But, Unai will have to look at something. I feel like this is a game for Onana. Maybe get him onto the pitch. Maybe release Tielemans a bit further forward. But, look, we're not going to be the heads of Unai Emery, so we kind of have to see how we get on.
Yeah, I just think it's one of them where I think just the players will know what they need to do. The players need to wake up. Players need to get themselves into action and sort it out. Nash says it's all part of the plan. We'll go through the gears in the second half. Maatsen on Ferdinand to bully that pace they have on the right. Defence and midfield just suck, way too weak. Tattoo on the right looks dangerous. Marlon alongside Watkins might work better. Do hit that like button, people. Hit the subscribe button, or just around 150 of you in the chat, which is great. So please do like, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, keep your comments coming in on this halftime break. Yeah. Brock said, even without changes, I do think our goal is coming. I think so as well. I feel like this is the type of game for Watkins to get his confidence back. I feel bad for the bloke, says JZA. And Ilian says, Buendia's physical presence not enough. But if that's the case, he just needs to drop off into the areas. Like if he even one out of two of those positions where he got himself into in that midfield area, if he'd have made one out of two of those passes, then we could have been sitting here 1-0 up off a Buendia pass. It was just the fact that he didn't get the pass right.
Yeah, it's just that it's the final third really killing us today, Rich. It's just that a final pass looking to just unlock the defence, but it's just not happening. But Wolves are the same, but at the same time, we're lucky to be level in this match, in my opinion, due to the fact that we got lucky with the offside call and great save. Good 2-minute spell there for Emi Martinez to get some great saves just to keep us level. So. Very lucky to be level. Hopefully the second half we can wake up here a little bit.
Yeah. Just hold the fort with some comments, Mark, if you can. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No problem at all. Hello, everyone. Now it is just me. So, Joe here says, with Wolves having so many at the back as a setup for the ball at the end of the box. Absolutely agree. Joe again says, Barkley on and get him to the edge of the box. Wouldn't be a bad show. Billy Barber says, the midfield battle is where Wolves are having joy. I absolutely agree. I did say that the midfield battle was always key. Rob here saying, doesn't matter who's up front, there is no service. Absolutely agree. There's not really any service there at this minute. Like I said, the final pass is killing us. Charlie Ann, hello, Richard Martin from Sunderland branch of Villains. Absolutely delighted to hear. David, really, if you can't break down a team that has 2 points in the lead and they don't deserve to be called really a Villa player, a bit harsh, but at the same time, I do see where the point is coming from. Pete says, weather the storm, let them tire out and go through our gears. Absolutely agree. We do tend to kind of up our game in the second half, Pete. Adam says, agree. Taught against young boys, trying to walk the ball into the net and not really pulling the trigger. Brock says, I feel like we played better in the second half. Definitely not against young boys, but overall, absolutely agree. Dave says, Jekyll and Hyde. Very good. Well, we have Pigeon Midfield looks way too slow, not picking up the correct passes through our attackers. Absolutely agree with you there. Ilian, Maatsen on for Digne. Their pace on the left is killing us. Yeah, I can see where that's come from as well, but I think Digne has done enough to contain it, but at the same time, not really doing too much either. At game's on 12, we need Onana. He will control the midfield, and we should be able to feed the front line a bit better. Couldn't agree with you more. I feel like that is the substitution to make for me there. Game's on, due to we can probably get Tielemans further forward, and with Onana there having that physical presence alongside of Kamara, that could allow him to be that deep line playmaker that we know we can kind of do. So that I think is probably the best shout, but at the same time, we're not in Unai Emery's head, so we just kind of have to see where we go. Charlie Allen and Malin up top sounds exciting. Could work this game. Hopefully it does. It feels like it is an Ollie Watkins game. Derek, another Euro hangover. We're looking jaded, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely agree with you there. We do look a bit jaded. We look a bit tired, but at the same time, not a lot of players that were playing on tours they are playing today, so they should be a bit well rested. And Deco, we've got a good record this year in Premier matches following European games. Yeah, absolutely. There is that, and like I said, the players that haven't really played on tours, they have got their fitness. So we should be winning this, but at the same time, I've said we're lucky to be level. Davey, you should be putting teams like Wolves to the sword. They're not a top side, luckily, where we are. Yeah, they're not a top side, but it's like I said, it's a derby game. It doesn't matter if you're a poor side, absolutely out of this world side. If it's a derby game, you're always going to bring your A game. Aston Villa 74, I think Onana should come on. Also Maatsen, yeah, probably not a bad one. David Cleal, no Harvey Elliott yet again. Why have him on the books? Look, it's probably an Unai Emery thing. Have to wait and see. And now Rich is back. Rich, you take forward there on the comments. Good man, I'm delegating.
Top man. Thank you for holding the fort. Yeah, I mean, Harvey Elliott, it's obviously going to be, I think it's clear to see he's not going to be around in January, is he? He's had plenty of opportunities to play him in the Europa League. He's had plenty of opportunities to put him in the squad, and he just hasn't. So it is what it is. Pete said we're not playing bad. Sorry?
It's more of a Monchi signing.
Oh, yeah. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see us, bring somebody else in that Unai wanted, that Alabi's been looking at doing behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure that something like that's going to happen. Some more comments coming in. Pete says we're not playing that bad. Wolves just putting it on us. And says if we drop to 6th as it stands, 3 points would see us go 3rd. Come on, the Villa boys. Exactly. Montana says Tielemans needs to be further up the pitch. No point even talking about Elliott anymore. Exactly. David said if they lose this game, I'm done with Villa.
David, I love your... I love your fickle fan mind, but come on, let's be a little bit positive today, shall we? We're still top half of the Premier League.
Be careful, David. You sound like a Tottenham fan here.
Oh,
they've been going mad, haven't they?
They've been going through it.
Yeah, and Pigeon said, "I can't stand us giving these smaller sides too much respect. Why can't we just batter them from the beginning like a normal team?" Hey. If only it was that easy, Pigeon. I didn't see Man City battering Leeds yesterday. So no game is easy.
Well,
could we try and
I know there's an Irish striker there by the name of Troy Parra. He's getting all the goals lately. I think he do a job. I'm just saying. I just think he do a job.
We'll see. You never know. Could we try and renegotiate a permanent deal for Elliott? Him in January on better terms. Could that be the tactic to play? Well, George did mention that the other night, didn't he? He said about us, the value is in signing Elliott. That's where the value is, because there's potentially more ability to negotiate in January a lower price, and then you've got more potential later on. So you just never know. You just never know. Looking at the scores in the Premier League so far, obviously Manchester United beat Crystal Palace 2-1. Nottingham Forest are currently 1-0 down at home to Brighton. De Kuiper scored in the 45th or 46th minute. Just seeing it now on the screen. And yeah, easy finish. And it's 0-0 West Ham and Liverpool. So not many goals around after an absolute goal fest yesterday in the Premier League. Yeah, Tottenham fans, are you kidding me? Yeah. Just joking, Dave. Just joking, mate.
Could they?
Hey?
Liverpool, they couldn't really lose to West Ham now, could they? I mean...
Who knows, man? Who knows? So, just reflecting on that first half, Villa hit the bar early on, but then it was Wolves that have had the better of the chances. A goal disallowed for offside from Strand Larsen, a header off the bar for save from Martinez, and then as it was bouncing down, he saved it again. Another save from Strand Larsen as well. So it's been Wolves that have probably looked the most threatening. And this is exactly what we said, Martin, that they would sit in, they would be organised, they would potentially wait for Villa to get a little bit frustrated, maybe lose a little bit of concentration, and then try and pounce and balls into the box, set pieces. That's where they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah. Like you say, like these lower oppositions are always, when you're down and buried like Wolves are right now this minute, they're going to have to try something new, try to go back to the basics, really keep it tight, keep it simple, try and frustrate teams. And, when the lack of concentration kind of comes into it, that's when you can pounce and try and get a goal from there. And they did get one, and then it was called off for offside. And then the corner, it was a free header, great save, maybe Martinez. So just looking at the match stats here, they've had 6 shots, 2 on target. 13 touches in our box, actually, more than what we've had in theirs. And they're enjoying a lot more possession, but I'm expecting to enjoy a bit more possession on the basis of, it's a derby game, that they're really going to be up for it. But at the same time, in a Villa perspective, we should be a different level to this. But the second half, hopefully they can just really up the game.
Yeah, we need to. We need to get the win. One goal, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many goals, just to get the win.
That's it. Don't care how much you win by, as long as there's 3 points on the board.
That's it. I don't know if the cries of 3-0, 4-0, 6-0 are gonna happen, but we'll see. Emery looking serious there.
Must have given the lads a bit of a block.
Yeah, I wonder how his half times are. I wonder if he does lose his head or not. I wonder if he.
I think he doesn't lose his head, but I reckon he's firm, Rich, in the sense of this is not good enough. This is how it should be, and yeah, he might raise his voice a little bit, but it's firm. It's strong, I would say, but you would never really know unless you're in there. So. Hopefully this game opens up a little bit more for us and we can kind of get a bit more joy. Yeah. No changes as we can kind of see.
No changes. Villa to kick off and we're off. So come on, Villa. Let's get a good early second half goal. Calm the nerves down. The crowd need to get behind the lads as well. Cash driving forward with the ball. Drops it off to McGinn, who plays it back to Konsa on the halfway line, across to Torres. Again, Wolves bringing all their players back, keeping that defensive line of 5. I'd just like us to have a bit more movement off the lines a little bit. Cash drops it back to Kamara this time, to Konsa. We don't need to be playing in front of them. We need to be trying to get in behind them. Kamara now, out to Cash. Cash cuts back in on his left. But decides not to cross it, goes into Rodgers, back to Kamara, to Tielemans. Tielemans couldn't find Rodgers there. It's going to be...
We need to have a bit better movement in the final third for me. It's very static.
Yeah. It's where we miss, like I said before, like a big striker. Just someone who you could throw the ball into and he, even if he doesn't win the header, it would cause some problem. It would cause a bit of chaos in the box. We just missed that. You can't. We just got to be too intricate. Wolves with a long ball down the left-hand side. Bellegarde gets the wrong side of Cash, but he just gets back to him. Bellegarde holding him off, though. Goes back to, I think that might be Gomez. And now Andre. Back to, Andre gets it back. Out to Agbadu. Or Totti, sorry. Into Andre. Everyone now inside the Wolves half. Inside the Villa half, sorry.
Yeah, it's been that game, hasn't it? It's been very back and forth. Two teams enjoying their spells of possession when they get them and not really committing too much in the pressing.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly hasn't been like the end-to-end basketball style game. Rogers trying to press. Now McGinn trying to press. Do feel like we need a bit more pace in the wide areas. Back to Johnson, who goes long. Digne challenging but loses out. And Torres is forced to kick it out for a throw-in deep inside the Villa half. Doesn't look like it's had the impact that Unai Emery wanted. He's looking quite pensive on the sideline. It's Wolves that have come out in the second half in better fashion. They're looking confident. Mosquera plays to Chuman. What's his name? Tachua. But he loses out to Luca Dean.
Back of the shirt says Arias there.
Oh, was it Arias, was it?
Yeah, Arias.
Villa were linked with him, you know.
Were they?
Yeah, they were linked with him at one point. He played in that World Club Championship and then signed for Wolves after, or midway through it. Buendia picks the ball up, drops it back to Konsa. Now Cash has got a bit of space to operate in. Chops back again, doesn't go forward.
Behind, I'd seen.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a tricky one to play, but he keeps possession. Konsa now out to Torres. Slowed down again by Villa. To Konsa again. It's Konsa and Torres just dominating the ball here when we don't really want them to. Now Cash comes forward, drops it to McGinn. McGinn back to Kamara. Digne's at the back post in space, but he doesn't look for him. Now Digne gets it. And Villa just playing everything in front of Wolves at the moment. There's no movement. Kamara tries to go long diagonal to Marlon, but it's too easy for the defender. And he just heads it back to Sam Johnston. We need more here. We need better.
Yeah, are enjoying the most of the possession. Not really the two type of players. That
see, Emery's telling them to play quicker. He's telling them to play quicker. Forcing it. There's no point in Kamara forcing a ball there to Marlon. What's Marlon going to do with that?
Absolutely. Coming up against two big centre halves, him not as tall, he's always going to get pretty much dominated out of that.
Yeah. Konsa now, out to Cash. This is the pass that keeps happening, but we're not doing anything with it. We need more down the wide areas. That's where we're going to beat them. Buendia drops it back to Konsa, but he's under pressure from Strand Larsen, gets the free kick.
It's the Wolves shape that is really frustrating Villa at this minute. Not really showing us a lot out wide, also not showing us a lot actually in through the middle. So it's frustrating us, but at the same time, if we can just open up a little bit, just try and see a little space in there and try and get a shot off from distance, maybe that's where our goal can come from.
Yeah. Well, there's no movement. That's the problem. You've got to move these teams around. You can't just look. You've got Buendia, Marlon, and Rogers all on their back three. Someone's got to move off them. Now Strand Larsen's through. Down the right-hand side, chops back. Konsa does really well, but the ball breaks on the edge of the box. Wolves give it away, and Digne does well to play it into Konsa, who plays it to Buendia. Tielemans now looks long to Marlon. Marlon's now 1v1. Can he beat his man? He does. He's away. Marlon's away. Strike. Oh, great block. He couldn't get the ball out of his feet, could he? He just couldn't.
Yeah, no, just really couldn't get it out of his feet. Done well.
Now Bellegarde's in. Down the left-hand side, Konsa trying to hold him up. He crosses for Strand Larsen. Oh, brilliant from Torres. brilliant from Torres.
Great touch, just to get out of the way of Strand Larsen's
I think
sight.
Strand Larsen's hit the post with his. Now the game sprung into life there. Marlon could have scored at the Wolves' end, just couldn't get the ball at his feet, and then long, hopeful ball down the line. Cash, I don't know what he's trying to do there, but he gets all messed up. Bellegarde, lovely cross in, but Torres reads it really well and just slides in to take it away from Strand Larsen. Oh, it was Bellegarde got there in front. I mean, I don't know what it is when he plays Villa, but he causes us so many problems, this guy. So many problems.
Does he get a touch on the ball? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's never a penalty. Here's the Marlon chance. So Tielemans puts him in, and he slips initially here. Then he just can't. He gets past the defender, but it's there. Can't get it out of his feet. He needed to get it out of his feet.
Yeah, drop of the shoulder. Done well to be his man. Just couldn't get out there. Thought he recovered in time. Ollie Watkins coming on here now.
Okay, interesting. Who's he going to come on for?
It's very early, 7 minutes in. Bring Ollie Watkins on. I feel like that's going to be a Buendia taken off.
Ooh, Strand Larsen putting the pressure on there. To Cash, counter to Cash. Cash does well this time. Goes into McGinn, who gets the throw in for Villa. Yeah, looks like Watkins is coming on.
Who's coming off now?
Let's see who's coming off here. We're looking at the chance here. What's this one? The Strand Larsen cutback. And why are you showing us this? I don't understand.
I don't know what that was showing us.
Wendy is coming off.
Yeah. Like some people were saying in the comments, seeing Marlon and Watkins together. Now he's all got your wish. Let's hopefully this can all work out.
He couldn't get in the game, Buendia. He couldn't get in the game.
No. Look, it happens. You're not expecting all your players to perform week in, week out. There's going to be games that, you're just really not going to get into for whatever reason. Fortunately, that was just a day with Buendia. Hopefully Watkins can offer us something now.
Yeah. You can kind of see with Buendia when when it's not going to fall for him. Like he gets in those frustrated periods where he's kind of throwing his arms up in the air and stuff like that when he's not getting the ball. Yeah. He just needs to concentrate on his game. Good battle in there from Villa. Oh, Rodgers gives it away there though. He's poor that from Rodgers. And then the referee gives a free kick. That was soft.
Look, the soft ones always really going to get given, Rich, don't they? It's one of them fouls you give, even though you really shouldn't, but it is what it is.
So Villa going 4-4-2 here. McGinn pouncing into Watkins now. Back to McGinn. Oh, he can't take it in his stride, but Tielemans is there. Rodgers, why give it there? Why?
Rodgers, why didn't you just take it beyond the defender and have a crack?
Arias now driving forward. Tatua out on the right-hand side. Villa getting the players back in. Great header from Conze. That's got to be a free kick, but it's a brilliant save again from Martinez. Shot from Bellegarde. Brilliant save. I thought that was a free kick on Conze there when he headed it away.
But again, Martinez really upped his game today. Few fantastic saves. This is absolutely brilliant. Out wide here. Chetra puts in the ball. Great defensive header from Conze. Just Bellegarde on the edge. Yeah, even though the player was in his way again. And he could still get that save.
He'd have been offside. He'd have been offside again. He's given offside, actually, the ref. He has given offside.
Yeah.
But at the other end, Martin, at the other end, like we had two opportunities there. Watkins probably had the opportunity to take it on. He drops it into McGinn. Then we get the second chance, and Rodgers trying to be too intricate when he's got the opportunity to cut inside and have the shot. Why are we doing this? Like, why aren't we just shooting?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, he's got that ability in him, Rodgers, to drop the shoulder, cut inside, and get the shot off. He has it in his locker. We know he has it in his locker. Why he's not doing it, I don't know. Is it the case of it's a derby and we're just trying to be too clever, trying to think we're too good for Wolves? We really shouldn't. We're 55 minutes in now, still 0-0. Wolves have upped that game. And maybe we've just really underestimated them for how poor they've been this season. And this is something that is really frustrating. We have to be on top of these.
it's been the same old story every single season. We've done this against Leicester. We've done this against Ipswich. We've done this against Sheffield United. Every single time we play against a team that is towards the bottom of the league, we can't seem to put them to bed. And that's a poor free kick in from Tielemans. McGinn, though, wins it back. Now Rodgers got a bit of space. Hits the shot. Over this time.
Miles over. May as well be playing Aussie
But
rules.
you've got to take the shots. You've got to take the shots.
That's it. Don't shoot, you don't score, like Michael Owen would say, stating the obvious. Wolves are really working hard this game.
They are. And they're keeping the ball. It's not like they're hanging on. But we haven't done anything to put any massive pressure on them at all. Johnson there goes long. Dini with a good header down. Rodgers trying to hold it up, but Rodgers does well there. Oh, that's sloppy from Tielemans. Yeah. Sloppy from Tielemans. He needs to come off as well. We need an honour on here.
Yeah.
Out to the left to Wolf. Good cross in. Cash does well though. Brings it, blocks it. Now McGinn brings it down. Wolves fouled there. It's a blatant foul and it's a yellow card.
Yeah, yellow card given. Matty Cash trying to cut back there, but I feel like he should have pushed it forward. That's where the space was. Just there, as you can see, you trying to cut it back, should be pushing it forward.
So we're getting into yellow card there for Moller Wolf. Torres now. We need some changes here. I'd be thinking about Sancho, Barkley, and Onana here.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring maybe all at once. Yeah, probably could say that, but definitely Onana and Sancho for me. Maybe Barkley a bit later on in the game if you're really looking to unlock something. But
yeah,
definitely say
Sancho. And Villa players just getting a bit frustrated with each other. We're not looking for the passes quick enough.
Well, you can't be getting frustrated at each other, lads. Like, if we're starting to fight with each other, things won't fall into place and Wolves will start to grow a bit more confidence.
Cash now cuts in on his left, cuts in again, looks for McGinn on the overlap though. McGinn doesn't want to put it in with his right foot, goes back to Kamara, into Marlon, trying to play the 1-2. Totti does well though and reads it. Almost paid off there for Villa. Nice little sharp movement there though. At least two up top gives the Wolves defenders more to think about. Now McGinn doing his great pinning. Drives into the box, but Gomez does really well there to come back to him, and Wolves managed to clear it. Strand Larsen putting pressure on Konsa, but Pau Torres covers him well and picks the ball up. There's been a goal in the West Ham Liverpool game, and it's gone to Liverpool.
We can see it on here in our highlights. Oh,
nice finish. Marlon now on the edge of the box. He's just crowded out here. Actually, we need to shoot more. Watkins trying to put pressure on Andre. Andre doing well, though, to get it clear. Finds Strand Larsen, but Konsa pushes the ball out of play for a throw into Wolves. No, Konsa gets the throw in. Good play.
It was originally given to Wolves, but the assistant seemed to change his mind last second.
Come on, Villa. Wake up here. Bellegarde on tight on Kamara, but he manages to get the throw in.
Kamara needs to release the ball a little bit early for me. I mean, every time he's really putting himself to really uncomfortable positions.
Yeah, I'm just not quite sure what we're trying to do at the minute. Cash doesn't cross it with the left foot now, but the easy one for the keeper. Should have crossed it with his right foot. I don't know why he didn't do that. You've cut back in on the left, and then you've made it easier for the keeper.
Yeah, in swing is always going to be the easiest thing for him.
Especially when the players are already in the box. Johnson goes long, pressure from Watkins. Villa now trying to pick up the second ball. Kamara does well. Tielemans plays it on. Now Rodgers running through off a pass by Watkins, but he just gets crowded out. Rodgers, ball on the edge of the box to McGinn. Holds it up to Tielemans. Kamara out wide to Cash. Cash now trying to hold it up. Every Wolves player is back now. So it's going to be really difficult for Villa to get through. Torres now. Out to Digne. Digne back to Torres. Across to Konsa. It's back to walking pace again. Out wide to Cash. Cash out wide to McGinn. McGinn now trying to beat Wolf. Twisting and turning and managed to get the corner. Come on, Villa. This is where we're going to get a goal from a set piece or something like that.
Yeah, I think this is the type of game that really is set pieces always going to be key, because Wolves are really frustrating us defensively and I have to give kind of credit to them. They are defending well. They're really working hard in that midfield, not giving us too much. I feel like set pieces is really where they might switch off. Hopefully this will be the case here.
We're just not having any shots though, Martin. That's the problem. You've got to shoot.
But we're not getting the space to shoot though, Rich. You know, the Wolves players are on top of us as we're in that final.
Good point. I just think like if you shoot sometimes a deflection or ricochet, cross comes in, Tielemans tries to flick it on, it goes up in the air, Konsa flicks it on, bouncing down the box, but doesn't bounce to a Villa player, and Wolves manage to get it clear. Cash now has to be careful, heads it on, and that's a blatant foul from Mosquera. And how many fouls is that? Has he not been given a yellow card?
No, and he still gets away with it.
How he's managed to get away with not getting a yellow card. I'm baffled.
He's not even playing the ball. You can see it here, the highlights.
That's his fourth foul of the game.
Played all the man, didn't even play the ball at all. Matty Cash seems to be just
Cash a bit dizzy there.
Just turn on the light here. Very dark. Daylight savings, great crack, they always say.
Nearly 200 of you in the chat. Thank you for all your support. Keep the comments flowing in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. Can we get 100 likes? I'm not sure what we're on at the minute. If someone wants to tell me in the chat how many likes we're on, that would be great. A moment of magic. Yeah, let's not talk about that right now.
Yeah. Whoa, hold your horses.
Probably in about half an hour to go. Still plenty of time.
Plenty of time yet is right.
Free kick to Villa on the halfway line. Emery's still got some aces up his sleeve to use. Villa do need to wake up. Konsa out to Torres. Maybe Maatsen on down the left. What do you reckon, Martin?
Probably would open up a different type of dynamic to our attack and play. Let Maatsen go further forward. Try switch with three at the back with Cash, Konsa and Pau Torres. Probably could be an option. Yeah.
Definitely need an Onana in the midfield, I think. Not sure. I think he'll probably keep Tielemans on just because of the through passes. I think it might be Kamara that would be sacrificed for that.
Could be a possibility. Or maybe he'd probably keep them all together.
And then who comes off then though? If Onana comes off.
Could be Marlon coming off.
Yeah, maybe. Cash getting in down the right-hand side, but Totti does well, and it's a free kick to Wolves. It's always going to give a free kick there. I don't want to use UEFA financial restrictions as an excuse for us not beating Wolves.
Yeah.
We've got enough options on the bench, Rachel. There's just the players aren't performing well enough today. They're being frustrated, which is fine. It's Wolves' prerogative to do that, but it's Villa have the players on the pitch of a good enough and high enough quality to win this game. They're just not doing enough.
We're going to be in London for the next few weeks, as it seems.
Fair enough.
Oh, fair.
Wolves players trying to drive it through, but Villa pick it up. Tielemans now trying to drive through, but Andre does well again. Marlon picks it up. McGinn switches the play to Digne. Good switch there. Digne now looks up the line for Watkins. Watkins trying to hold it up, does well. Drops it back to Torres. Wolves players really tight to the Villa players at the minute, but Wolves drop into the edge of the box, but they're giving us space. We need just drop the shoulder and take a shot. McGinn now. Can he get the cross? Goes to the edge of the box to Kamara's got a bit of space to shoot. Oh, what a goal! I said that! I said shoot from the edge of the box. What a goal from Kamara. Left foot, absolute rocket into the top corner. And that is 1-0 Villa. What a goal. It was always going to take something special to beat Wolves. And special goal, that's what it was. Boubacar Kamara, absolutely phenomenal strike. I'm not sure what the Wolves players are complaining about, but straight into the top corner. Absolute bullet shot. Absolute fantastic goal. 1-0 Villa. Martin, thoughts?
Absolute. Like we said, it was always going to take something like that from outside the box. I said it was going to take a goal from outside the box to really get this going. Left foot, top corner, Sam Johnson. Absolutely no chance. And like I say, this game should open up now because Wolves will want to get a goal back into this. Should open up for us. Oh, absolutely brilliant finish. Should open for us. Hopefully we can kind of get one or two more now.
Oh, mate. Oh. Absolute rocket into the top corner. Brilliant
That's
goal. Is that what he's trying? Is he trying to say is a free kick there? I think they're trying to say it's a free kick.
No, absolutely.
James, we love the moments of magic. We love the moments of
James,
magic.
there you go. You got it.
I don't know if VAR looking at this. Oh no, Wolves have made a substitution. Wolves made a sub while the game's going. Chirera is on, and it's 1-0 Villa. So Bellegarde's gone off, and Tawanda Chirera has gone on. Well, to be fair, I'm glad Bellegarde's gone off because he's the one player who's caused us a lot of problems. Watkins now pressing Johnson. Marlon now pressing Totti. The crowd must be up for this now, and Villa get the throw in, and the crowd are well up for this. Quick throw in. Does well Marlon though in the box. Ball's bouncing. Kamara onto Cash. But don't foul him. And it's another throw into Villa. Villa really turning the screw now. Can we put this game to bed?
I've said it, Rich. That goal was really going to open it up for us.
Amazing what a goal does. Exactly, mate. Exactly. 1-0. Yes, Adam. Let's get another no-nervy finish here. Let's be ruthless. Come on. Konsa, back to Torres. Just drop back to the halfway line now. But a nice little chip pass into Cash. Cash now drops it back to Kamara. Kamara to Tielemans. Villa just keeping possession. Trying to draw Wolves out a little bit. Now, more space now for Cash. McGinn driving forward, but Gomez trying to hold him up. But McGinn's got the bit between his teeth here. Crosses in. Oh, dummy from Watkins. But Marlon blocks the shot. Watkins heads it on. Marlon hits the shot. Oh, saved by Johnson. Watkins wins it back. Oh, the refs give a foul to Villa here. Come on, Villa turning the screw. Blatant handball there.
Excellent.
We've got West Brom fans in here cheering for the Villa as well, Martin. Grant's a West Brom fan.
Never thought I'd actually see that day now, to be fair. They must hate Wolves more than they hate us.
That was great stuff from both Marlon and Watkins there.
Try and get a comfortable lead here, folks. Come on. Lads just talking this over.
Yeah. So who's round the free kick? We've got Cash. We've got Cash, Rogers, and Digne.
Is it? Oh, yeah. And Rogers. Lads talking this over now.
Villa. Digne now over the ball, clips it in, and it's harmlessly out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Absolute banger. It's amazing what a goal can do to lift the mood. Here it is again. Takes a touch on his left foot. Looks up.
Beautiful goal.
Top bins.
That's it. It's another goal as well, Martin, from outside the box for Villa.
That's it. And I was watching the Sky Sports punditry earlier, and they were all saying Villa cannot sustain this goals from outside the box for any longer throughout the season. Guess what? Yes, they can.
Well, Wolves just on the attack there. Corner now to Wolves. I'm not sure what happened there, but got to watch out now. Arias, he's got a corner. Just got to keep our heads here, Villa. I can foresee a couple of substitutions from Unai Emery in a bit.
Yeah,
once
really
this corner's taken, if we defend this well, I think I can see a couple of substitutions.
Agree.
There's a lot of pushing in the box here.
Bit of pushing from Wolves here.
Cross comes in, and the referee's not giving anything. Gomez clip back in from Wolf, headed down. Villa managed to clear it now. McGinn can get it clear. Now he's driving forward. Now McGinn's going. Look at those legs going. McGinn is pushing forward. Now he holds it up. Looking to bring players in, but it's still going. McGinn, absolutely phenomenal play from the skipper there. The length of the pitch wins Villa a corner. That is just phenomenal from our captain. Absolutely phenomenal play.
Super John McGinn. That's what
you don't have that. There's no other player in the Premier League that has that drive, is there?
Absolutely not. He is absolutely Villa, in my opinion, one of the best players in the club. Someone there hoping Super John McGinn as a Scottish flag. Absolutely brilliant. Doing a celebration like that. Brilliant.
Yeah. Fantastic. No, that's John McGinn in an absolute nutshell. He's done that for the last 6-7 years. He's been at the club. Drives us forward. When you think he's going to lose it, he keeps it. Cash with a corner. Oh, it's headed away by Wolves. Tielemans picks it up though, drops it back to Cash, who lovely first touch. Now to Digne, across to Rodgers. Now Conte's got space at the edge of the box. Looks for McGinn to clip it. Deflection. Oh, wide.
Oh, that was going somewhere. If I had not got a deflection on that. Sam Johnson.
Everyone was just passing it to each other. Then Conte, lovely little setup. Oh, hits Strand Larsen. Goes on the side of the post. That was going. That was
going
I don't know
somewhere.
If it was going in from.
That was
not
going
sure
somewhere.
If it was going in from McGinn.
Barkley in on that.
Yeah. There we go. Marlon, I think.
Marlon coming off for Onana here.
I would have thought so. And Tielemans off.
Tielemans for Barkley.
Yeah. Yeah, Marlon's coming off, yeah. Yeah, decent performance. Decent performance. Just it was never going to be a game that was going to be opened up for strikers. If Watkins had been up front, he'd have been coming off at the same point and had exactly the same type of game. It would have needed an early goal for a striker in this type of game because they would have just defended. But now we can bring on people like Barkley and Onana, gives us that physical presence. I dare say he'd have probably kept Tielemans on if Kamara hadn't scored that goal. Villa now with another corner, flicked in, edge of the box. Oh, didn't quite fall for Boubacar Kamara again. Wolves trying to get something to get it clear, but Cash does really well to read that and clears it up the line. Still in the Wolves half, throw into Wolves. Last 15 minutes. I'm not sure what's happening now. Oh, Conte's down.
Oh, I don't like this.
Doesn't look good.
Lindelof will have to get ready here.
That's a hamstring.
Yeah, that is not a good sign. Mascara finally getting the yellow card, is he? Or did he get one?
I think Watkins has done all right, Gary. I don't know what he's meant to do.
Hang on. There we go. Look, yeah, see.
Oh, kicked out at him. They were both battling for it, and then Mosquera kicks out at Conser.
More of a violent conduct, if you ask me.
Yeah.
From Mosquera. Finally, a yellow card from him.
No, let's not put any fake scores in, please, in the chat, if you can. More subs for Wolves. They're going to commit more bodies forward, I think. Moller, Wolf, and Mosquera off. He gets a yellow card, then they quickly bring him off.
He knew. Well done, Barkley.
Watkins now. He needs to be quicker there.
Yeah.
Just go for goal.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, now someone else is down. I'm not sure who that is.
Kamara's down. It's Kamara. Ref not interested. He's saying play on.
Let's get him back up. Wolves just playing it across the back. So it's Watkins with Barkley further forward at the minute. Still Rodgers out on the left. Onana and Kamara in the central midfield area. McGinn out on that right-hand side. Sam Johnson with the ball.
What's going on here?
I'm not sure what's happening here. The referee's getting involved. What's he doing? Is he looking at the screen for something?
Going to VAR. What's he looking at?
Oh, he's looking at Arias with the double jump.
Don't think.
He trod on his ankle, but I don't know.
I mean, it's 2 foot. It's not one of them where the feet is completely shown, but there's a little jump.
If they've asked him to go to the screen, why would that? Oh, trod on his foot there. 2-footed stamp.
Could be. I think. Yeah.
Is he?
I think
Let's have a look here.
I think it will. No.
Yeah, he's off.
I can't really hear what you're saying.
Rash challenge. Yellow card. Yeah, yellow card.
Yellow card. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably is yellow because it's not one of them where the studs are completely shown, but has gone in recklessly.
Yeah, I'd have been annoyed.
I would agree with that decision now.
If that was, yeah. Well, he's got to be careful now.
Here we go. It's now someone else is protesting. Rodgers.
Now what's happening?
Seems to be leading that.
We just need to keep our heads here because.
Yeah, can't be losing our heads over a yellow card now.
Yeah, they're going to continually talk to the ref.
Pau Torres now talking to the ref. It's a free kick, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think they were just complaining about the ref let the play go on for a long time, and then now he's brought it back to this position for a free kick to Villa. But Villa now have a free kick midway inside the Wolves half. John McGinn's up to take it. It's going to be a fair bit of stoppage time now because we're into the 81st minute. Clipped in from McGinn, but headed away. Cash picks it up.
On Rich.
Yeah.
Foul.
Free kick again. Wolves not looking happy about this, but the referee really needs to get a stamp on this. We just had a stamp. But the referee really needs to show his authority here because it's going to get out of hand here. And he let stuff go in the first half, and that's the risk, isn't it? If you don't book, he should have booked Mosquera earlier on in the game, but he didn't. And then this is what happens now. The game starts to get out of hand. Villa now with another free kick.
Yeah, absolutely
McGinn
agree.
flicks it in. Onana tries to go for it, but goes down. But Dina now on the left-hand side clips the ball in, and it's dropped in, but no one there from a Villa perspective.
It just
Kamara
clipped
goes
the Wolves
all the
defender
way back to Martinez. Martinez now out wide. Lovely ball to McGinn here. McGinn, though, drops it back to Konsa. Konsa back into Cash. Wolves just trying to put the pressure on, but they're looking a little bit stretched now. If Villa can use the pitch well, they should be able to exploit the spaces here. McGinn. Martinez or McGinn, man of the match for me today.
I'd have to go with probably Emi Martinez, due for fact some really big saves, really kept us in this game. It wasn't for him, you're talking us losing, and that's just for me. But McGinn deserves a shout.
Sancho coming on.
I wonder who that would be for. Probably Morgan Rogers, if I had to guess.
Yeah, maybe. McGinn now into Kamara. Oh, Rogers just waiting for it a little bit, but Kamara does really well to win it back. Now Barkley's got space to attack. Looks out wide that's a lovely ball to Watkins. Watkins keeping hold of it, and he gets the free kick. Looking to play quickly.
Don't take it quickly.
I tell you, he's a big lad, that Agba. He's
Lucas
massive,
Paqueta,
isn't he, Agba?
Yeah, Lucas Paqueta has just been sent off for West Ham.
Oh, well, that's Liverpool's game, isn't it? He's massive, he is, isn't he? Absolute unit.
Oh, you could do with someone like that centre back for us.
He's like, all the Wolves centre backs are like, you think you've got past them, but you just haven't. Or you think you've got round them, and there's another muscle to get past.
Yeah,
right.
Almost like a domino effect, isn't it?
Yeah. Can Rogers back up last week's free kick with another one?
Sam
Johnson just get. Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's maybe watched the videos last week and hedged his bets with his positioning. If I was Rogers, I'd go down the side here and go to McGinn. Dina.
Oh. Yeah, not great.
Rubbish. Could see why they did that, though, because obviously they'll have all been thinking Rogers was going to take it. Arias now. Out wide to is that Guedes?
Sancho,
looks like there's going to be 2 subs for Villa.
Sancho and Bogart. So no Ian Matson coming on today.
No. So Kamara looks like he'll come off then.
Enjoyed a lot more possession.
Yeah. Wolves just playing it across the back. Watkins doing well to press there on Gomez. Is that the throw-in for Villa? Oh, Wolves throw-in. There's a lot of complaining here. Now Barkley's down injured. Knee injury. So maybe the subs might have to be rethought.
Yeah, you can see him talking to Sancho. Emery's on his feet anyway.
Over 200 of us in the chat. Thank you for joining us on this watch along. Like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you haven't already, I want to check the likes. What are we on at the minute? Let's have a look.
$84.
Come on, we've got to get 100. Got 200 of us in. 87 now. Come on, 13 more. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. There we go. Hit the likes, people. Hit the likes. Come on. I wish I could just watch Villa and relax, says Steve. Yeah, it's always the same. It's always the same.
Which on that, Stevie boy?
There's going to be loads of added time. Yeah.
Just take me off a quick second, please.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're getting to 90. So I think we should be hitting 100 very soon. Very soon. Just jump out, jump back in. Hit the like button. Sancho coming on. Arakundi for Wolves. Boubacar Kamara coming off. And looks like Barkley's coming off. Yeah, definitely. So that's a frustrating one for Villa because he's been good. And now looks like we've got an injury going into this key time for Villa. Just as he was getting some rhythm in his game, he's now getting an injury. Come on, Sancho. Come on, Lamar. It's going to be a good amount of stoppage time here. Yeah, Martin just asking if he was allowed to go to the loo. Good header from Onana. Sancho, Rogers there linking up with Watkins. Watkins, though, gets crowded out, but Onana steps in. Bogard steps in, sorry. Now Rogers, he's got Sancho free on the left-hand side. Sancho, I tried to take it on, but Agbadu read it. Rogers with the tackle, and it's held up, and Digne can pick it up. Onana, though, loses out, but it's a free kick to Villa. I think it was a handball by Chirera. He's back now. They're laughing because he asked for permission to go to the loo.
Yeah.
Put your hand up next time, Martin, please.
No problem, sir.
Wolves down the left-hand side. Cash doing well this time. It's a real battle, this, isn't it? Torres, though, brings Strand Larsen down. Free kick to Wolves. So Barkley had to go off.
2-0 to Brighton.
2-0 Brighton against Forest. Free kick to Wolves in quite a dangerous position. McGinn not happy with where they're taking it from. The referee now coming across, telling Wolves to take it back from further back. So it's Andre. Unai Emery telling the Villa players to spread out. Crosses it. Martinez comes out. He's gone a long way, and there we go. Really? Typical Emi Martinez, and he looks to release it quickly. Now Rogers got time and space to run. Wolves, loads of players back still. Get back quick. Sancho on the left-hand side. Gomez does well, though. They battle as Wolves, aren't they? They just don't give you any time and space.
No. I'm
no
just going to be out of here.
9 minutes injury time. 9 minutes.
Did say 9.
Come on, Villa. Let's get another goal just to kill it off here.
2-0 Liverpool.
Onana gets the ball. Bogard gets the ball off McGinn. Now to Onana. Tries to look for Sancho through, but wins it back. And he gets the throw in as well.
Oh, yeah. Brighton getting a goal right today.
Yeah, just seeing the Brighton goal. Digne looking to pinch a few yards. Looks in behind for Rogers, but Andre reads the pass. And now he can bring it forward. Looks out on the left-hand side. I've got to watch this here.
Nearly 9 minutes.
Ball on the right-hand side. Crosses in, but Conser with a big header out. Watkins helps it on to Rodgers. And Villa get the throw in. It's, strong defenders here. Strong defenders, Wolves. Just seeing the Liverpool goal. Who scored it? Clipped in.
Cody
Is that
Gakpo.
Isak again? Oh, Gakpo.
Oh.
Gakpo. Cash with the long throw. Watkins helps it on really well now. Rodgers tries to turn inside, but gets it comes off Rodgers. But it's deep in Wolves' half, so that's why we want it, and we can win the ball in here. They drop it back. That's a bizarre choice of a throw in there. Bogard steps in, wins it. Onana now to McGinn. McGinn holding up. It's to McGinn. He loves that. He loves that. Gets the free kick for Villa. Rich, you're not funny.
Didn't even mean to laugh at that one there, but that was just kind of funny.
McGinn now gets it off Cash. Clips it in from McGinn. Headed away by Wolves. Picked up by Onana. Drops it back out to John McGinn on the right-hand side. Back to Onana again. Villa just trying to keep the ball into the 90, coming up to the 94th minute. 92-53 at the minute. Oh, poor ball for Rodgers there. Lazy pass. Foul by Cash. It's poor from Rodgers, that.
Really have to see this out now. As it stands, we're third in the league. Let me just get the table.
Bogard stepping out. Ball on the halfway, just inside the Villa half at the minute. Goes back into the Wolves half. Watkins chasing down well. Chased down really well. Keeps Wolves back. Villa looking ready to pounce. Andre with a nice turn. Rodgers gets back to him. Hassling him. He's probably going to give away a free kick. He does. But it's good battling. It's good battling. I like that.
As it stands, Aston Villa third in the league. Hopefully they can keep this up.
Johnson, ball on the edge of the halfway line. Clips it into the box. Onana with a brilliant header. Sancho, long clearance. Just gets it anywhere. Johnson now. Tries to launch it again into the box. Goes over Onana's head, but Luka Dean's there and puts it out for a throw into Wolves. About 4.5 minutes left. Long throw coming in from Totti. This is where you need Emi Martinez to be big. Throws it, it's not particularly long. Dina with a header. Headed back in. Headed up in the air from Onana. Headed up in the air from and away by McGinn. But anywhere, and is it going to go out for a corner? It does. Corner to Wolves this time. Villa looking a little bit panicked at the back here. Rob Edwards telling players to push in the box. It's nervy times for Villa. A lot of pushing and pulling again in the box here. Dina.
I thought this was something the ref has clamped it down. Clearly he hasn't.
Cross comes in. Back stick to Gomez. Hits the shot. Brilliant save from Martinez.
Save.
And cleared by Onana up in the air. Sancho doesn't go for the ball and Gomez brings it down brilliantly. Keeps possession. Tries to play the ball inside Cash there, but he reads it well, plays it out to McGinn. Villa just need to clear it. Clears it towards the halfway line. And Wolves go back right onto halfway now. Villa really hanging on here. Need to get hold of the ball somehow. Balls gets launched into the box again. Player slips. Players slipping all over the place. Shot and it's deflected and safely into Emi's hands. And there's about 3 minutes to go now. Good corner, right to the back stick. And Gomez, snapshot, to be fair, is comfortable height for Martinez to save, but that could have bounced anywhere. Good win in the air from Watkins. Sancho to Rodgers now, getting in towards the box. Hits the shot. Oh, great save by Johnson.
Oh.
Back to McGinn now. McGinn holding it up in the corner. Wins the corner for Villa. Yes, he does. Brilliant play.
Really could have got it.
It's McGinn or Martinez. That save's probably tipped it to Martinez for the man of the match.
I don't know. I'm starting to weigh more towards McGinn here. He's really...
Those two. Just hold it in the corner. Who's going to come for it now? Rodgers. There we go. And now McGinn's going to use that big backside of his to hold it off. He does. Plays to Rodgers. Rodgers didn't think. Use your brain, Morgan. You can't give it back to McGinn there because he's going to be offside.
Okay, it wastes his time a little bit.
Johnson goes long, but McGinn picks it up yet again, and he's getting fouled. But he gives it away. Wolves now coming forward down the right-hand side. Sancho trying to get back in. Cross comes in. Brilliant header, and that's a free kick. Come on.
Absolutely. Great call there.
What are you doing? Why do players do that? Like as if they're going to get away with that. Why would you do it?
Never a hope.
Chiriwa. Just like you've got like from a Wolves perspective there, you've got Villa under pressure. The ball's gone in the box. You can clearly see that the ball's ahead of you. You're not going to win it. So you think, right, I'll let him head it clear, and then we might be able to attack again. But no, what you decide to do is smash into the player who's heading the ball. It's just brain dead. Martinez now. Last 30 seconds on the clock for the ref. Martinez clears long. Watkins goes up for the header, but it's picked up by Wolves player. He helps it on, and it's a free kick though to Wolves now inside their own half. This is surely the last chance.
Wolves player staying down.
Yeah, he's all right. He'll get up.
He's not getting up. Ref going over to him now.
There he is. He'll be up. Told you. He'll soon be sprinting. Johnson tries to nick a couple of yards. This surely will be the last action. Ball in. Onana with a brilliant header. Drop down to Totti though. Totti trying to hold it up. Rodgers. Totti again crosses in, but Onana picks it up and he will just bland. That's the win, yeah. Villa.
Come on. Third in the league.
Doesn't matter how you win. Doesn't matter how you win. You just got to get the 3 points. And it was a moment of magic, Martin, that won it for Villa, and some fantastic saves from that man, Emi Martinez. A 1-0 Villa win at home against Wolves. Tough game. Wolves made it extremely difficult for Villa, but a brilliant goal by Boubacar Kamara from the edge of the box, smashed it in with his left foot into the top corner, and we just needed to get the win, and that's exactly what we did. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a brilliant performance. We knew what Wolves were going to do. We had to dig in. We had to work hard, and we got the 3 points, and that's exactly what we needed going into a big week of football, Martin. Brighton to come on Wednesday, who picked up a good win as well today, and then Arsenal on Saturday. So takes us into third in the league. Brilliant win. And what more can you say, Martin? What more can you say?
Well, look, we put ourselves in an absolutely fantastic position here, third in the table. If Arsenal get a win, then that's where we are staying. Up then against Brighton. Tough game to go to. We know we've actually done well against Brighton in the last while. Hopefully we can get 3 points out of that. And then really take us into that Arsenal game, and we can beat Arsenal. I think that if we win the next 2 games, you're putting yourself into a good bracket, a very, very good bracket, which, like I say, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. But good position to be in, and hopefully now we can take full control of that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be back with the instant reaction in a second. Thank you, all of you, for joining us for the watch along. I will be back on Wednesday for the Brighton game live watch along, so make sure you tune in for that. And I'll also be back for the Arsenal game as well. So a good few watch alongs coming. It's been brilliant. Over 300 of you in the chat at one point. Thank you all for your support. Another win for Villa. Another win for the watch along. Thank you all for watching. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa.